So now let's build the person who has this life. So what does that mean when I say that? I want you to, now this is where you're not thinking about yourself. We're going to create the person from scratch, the perfect person that acquired this life with ease, and they didn't do it with a windfall. They acquired this life with ease and they didn't do it with the windfall. It's just who they were, and who they were attracted this life. It was inevitable. It was like a magnet. It's like the perfect person, whatever life you dreamt up and for whatever you were doing in your business and this is the perfect person that attracted this life. Let me give you some attributes that I want you to start thinking of. What is the time management skills, okay, of the person that attracted this life that was making $100,000 a month? I want you to rate their time management skills 0 to 10. How well do they prioritize tasks? Rate it 0 to 10. This perfect person that has this life, and they didn't have to win the lotto to get it. Their focus and distractibility. And I want you to keep in mind something. Every life you dreamt of doesn't mean that they're 10 out of 10 in every category. You know why? Because nobody's a 10 out of 10 in every category. And there's people out here that make 100K a month, 50K a month, 175 a month, all the numbers you mentioned, and they're not perfect. So you're thinking about the perfect profile that fits into the life you dreamt of. What is their specific knowledge? Like, what are some of the things that they know specifically? Only you design what your business would be doing. You designed what you're doing in charitable donations. What is the specific knowledge they needed to be able to do this? Watch this. With ease. It naturally came to them because of who they were. What about their emotional maturity? Because how many of us we don't feel like doing something, we don't do it. Where do they rate on their emotional maturity? What about their mindset? I want you to rate each category. And if you need to do a little journaling, you can too, of the perfect person that attracted this life. So I need to talk to somebody, okay? If anybody started to rate this person that attracted this life, I need to, with my VIPs, if you could raise your virtual hand, I want to ask and see what some of your ratings were for this perfect person. Okay, you can unmute. I think so. I don't know.
Hey, there you go, Tiffany. Tiffany.
Oh, yes.
I'm thinking, Tiff, I'm thinking they got to be a 10 down across the board, right?
The board 10, 10, 10 to 10, 10, 10, you think? Okay.
I'm thinking they
But
got to
no
be.
one is all 10. So, okay, so let me tell you this, right, Trace? I'm not even an all 10, right? So it's not about the person being an all 10. So nobody's an all 10. So I want you to consider when you think of the time management, some of the richest people in the world may not have great time management. They may have people around them that help them with their
Oh,
time management, but they would need to have a level of proficiency in their time management to be who they are, right? So, and we're making this up, right? But we're going to go somewhere with this. So they don't have to be all 10s because nobody's all 10s.
it's good to know.
Billionaires are not all 10s, right? So what would you say? What was your freedom number?
My freedom number was 25 a month.
Okay. So somebody that's making 25,000 a month, what would you say their time management is? What would be a strong number you would say?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
0 out of 10.
So no, that'd probably be like a 6 or 7, maybe.
Okay. She says 7 or 8. I like it. So you're going to go over each category and rate them
That
per
makes
category based off of the life you created. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, very good. Tracy's gonna make it hard. Okay. She said they got to be 10 out of 10. All right. So just rate them, rate the categories. Okay. Understand this. If you could get what you wanted with who you are now, then you would have it already. What does that tell us? That the number that you wrote down and the profile that you created, that's a profile that we need to work our way towards. So with that being said, rate yourself in every category. What if I told you the dreams that you are having are never dreams at all? And what you want for your life, there is a formula, a biblical formula that will back you and is ready to stand on business with you. I am the coach in the Rooted Workroom that is teaching you spiritual development in our Thrive and Prosper community. Within this community, this is where we're going deep into the Word of God, and we're pulling out and activating promises. We're pulling out the principles that are going to transform our life. We're pulling out the formula that has our breakthrough for any particular area that we are needing breakthrough in. People make this stuff deeper than it needs to be. It's not magic and it's not luck. It's alignment, it's strategy, and it's follow through. It's execution. The truth is simple. It's not complicated. Most people do not have a formula for thriving. Come get the biblical formula for thriving, because most people only have feeling and frustration. And I am not here to feed your feelings. I am here to hand you a system of success rooted in biblical principles. This is why you are on this page, because you are tired of dreaming about the life you want and you're finally ready to build it. I created the Thrive and Prosper community for people who are done entertaining potential and are ready to get serious about becoming who God actually called them to be. Inside the community, you are not walking alone. I have 3 incredible transformational coaches that are walking alongside me. I have Coach Words Taylor, who's teaching you marriage and relationship development. I have Coach Ramaya, who's teaching you business and financial development. And I have Coach Tuka, who is teaching you personal development, so that you can be fully transformed, while I take the charge on the spiritual development that you're going to need. We did not grow this together. We built a real system, a real pathway, a real environment where you can stop surviving and start thriving. You do not need another vision board. You need people who know how to build, people who know how to get results. So here's the real question. Are you ready to stop utilizing your emotions and your feelings to try to get things done and begin to stand on biblical principle, to begin to connect with the spirit of truth and begin to activate the promises that God has for your life? We are ready to serve. We live the fruit of what we teach, and everything around us is producing what we say it should produce, because we go off of this right here. We go off of the Word of God. All right, so we're ready to take control over this upcoming year and to do things that we have never seen done before. So join the Thrive and Prosper community. The link is below. Let us help you build the life you keep talking about. I'll see you on the inside. Time management. What are you out of 10 that you would give yourself? This is when you really find out how honest someone's going to be about their own self. Keep it real. The only person that's going to hurt is you, because I'm about to give you the solution. The only person it can hurt is you. So rate yourself. How's my time management skills? How well do I prioritize tasks? How well do I focus and keep from being distracted?
Can I just say this too?
Yeah.
I totally see where you're going, but when you said rate, I'm thinking my perception of what I think you are as a CEO. In my mind, you're 10 across you have to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I guess I'm thinking inward and it's a whole lot lower.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's all 10s, right? I think that the main thing that I do is I stay in my gift and I put people around me that work in their gifts, and then they all make me look good, okay? But I just stay in my gift, which means I think I have a good emotional maturity. I feel like I have a good task prioritization. I don't have good time management skills. I was working on these slides up until the point y'all were joining the Zoom, okay? And even Miss Claudette said, ma'am, the time management, right? So I'm not perfect, but because I work in my gift, when I'm coaching and I'm on, then I'm in my gift. My gift makes room for me. It doesn't mean that I'm perfect. But right now, we're going to rate ourselves. Emotional maturity. What does that mean when I say emotional maturity? Do you only do things when you feel like it? Do you do what's required, or do you just do what you feel like doing? Do you have a standard and you work no matter what the standard is? Or you just, however the spirit leads you, which normally your own fleshly spirit, okay? So I want you to rate yourself on each category. All right, so I'm going to read some of these because YouTube over here getting it popping. Okay, they working hard over here. So Jackie says time management of 5. She said task prioritization of 4. Focus and distraction 4. Specific knowledge 5. Emotional maturity 6. Mindset 6. Finances 4. Okay, I love the honesty. Y'all see? I was doing this myself, y'all, over the weekend. I said, "Oh Lord," I'm telling you, that's why I know we're not perfect, right? That's how I know we're not perfect. I said I need to get better with this one and this one and all the things. So just write it all down. I would say yes, it could fluctuate, right? Just come up with the number that works best for you for the purposes of what we got going on. But yeah, it could fluctuate. But Jessie says she need help in all these areas. It takes a village for real. just, just help me out. All right, so here we go. Y'all doing good. Y'all doing good. I'm proud of y'all. Here we go. Now let's do an inventory of our resources. Let's do an inventory of our resources. You say, Tiff, what does that mean? I'll help you out, give you some categories to play with. What are your resources under each category? Physical, time, money, and people. Just write down some of your resources that you have. Some of these might be resources that you stopped using or you haven't tapped into or they've gone cold. You know, you still got the Audible subscription just to run it. Ain't downloaded a book in months, okay? But it's just so you feel like you're doing something. You don't cancel it just yet because you feel like you're coming back at any moment, right? But what are some of those? Just write. It's still a resource we have access to. What about technology? What about courses? What about, you have your calendar, right? All these are resources that you have access to that can evolve you as a person. What are your time resources? How much time do I truly have to invest back into myself? What are my realistic time resources? If I really thought about it, I could probably do really an hour a day, 90 minutes a day. What are your true time resources? Not the time resources you currently have where you don't eliminate things that are not serving you. But if you really audited your day, right? If you were honest with yourself, what are the time resources that you really could allocate that you don't leverage? You say you're gonna get up earlier, don't never happen. Just don't not never happen. Okay, what about the weekends? What time resources do you really have? Financial resources. What financial resources do you have? And I mean really have. I mean if you eliminated some things because you get to enjoy all the pleasures in life and you're not where you want to be. If you really move some things around, maybe you could allocate some more financial resources to yourself for development. What about people? These could be people either online or in person that I know that can help me reach these goals. Who's this person that you have access to? Some of y'all in coaching programs don't show up. Access, don't use it. Write them down because there's still resources that you have. You may not be tapping into them, but they're resources that you have. Some of you got family members, people close to you. Like, I really could. Low key, I could probably. Okay. But I don't take advantage of the resource that I have. Look what we have here. If you're the type of person that have just stood on business about the fact that you love doing things on your own and that when you bring somebody in, they just mess it up. And if you want something done right, you just got to do it yourself. If you've been saying that, then it's contradictory. That means you've been standing flat foot looking at the kingdom of heaven and calling God a liar, because in his word, he says that in Deuteronomy 32:30, he says one can chase 1,000. That's one person. That's what you can do, chasing 1,000. But two could put 10,000 to flight. And the Hebrew definition of flight means to cause to disappear. And it was with that revelation that I said, God, when I think about your math, that it disrupts, it breaks the rules, it's mind-boggling and supernatural, I begin to realize that I've been seeing his math over my whole life. I've been seeing this formula over my whole life, and 10,000 things have disappeared because I have linked up with just one more person. And so I want to teach you how to do this God's way, because you can't get God's math without God. So I want to show you, how do you get God's +1, and how do you make sure you're fortified for your +1 so that you can get the most out of what he's saying and his promises. So if you're ready for supernatural breakthrough, it's time to get your copy of God's Math, the book, today. This book will change the way that you think about success. Stop struggling, start multiplying. God's Math is your key to divine increase. I'll see you soon. It could be books. Don't Okay? Do not shy away from a good book will get you right. Janice said, "Ooh, the hard truth, but I'm here for it all." Okay? We're gonna get ourselves together. Write down all your resources. We don't have time to waste. We don't have time to waste. You probably looking at what you put down for doing at the end of 2025 and like, I don't know, how am I gonna pull this off? We don't have time to waste. Okay, y'all ready? Y'all ready for the next step? You writing your resources down? You're gonna go line by line and you're going to bridge the gap between your current state and your ideal state by the resources you have available. Okay, so on your sheet of paper, you're gonna circle, right? Do you need to be 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10? What are you currently? 4 out of 10? What is the resource I have available to take my time management skills from a 6 out of 10 to a 9 out of 10? Because if I was the type of person that had the time management skills of a 9 out of 10, the life that I want would snap to me like a magnet on the refrigerator. What are the resources that I have to eliminate the deficit? What are the resources that I have that can help me prioritize tasks better? What are the resources? Focus and distractibility. What are the resources? Sometimes just apps, technology. Then you say, well, I don't know, I take the app off, ignore the app. Okay, well then, what other resources can you have that will have you to level up? Specific knowledge for some of the things you wanted to do. You need additional information for it. What are some of the resources you could get that information from? To take your specific knowledge from whatever it is, a 6 out of 10, a 4 out of 10, to get you to an 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10, where you rated your ideal person. Bridge the gap with your resources. Emotional maturity. My God, if I don't want to do it, I promise you I'm not going to do it. I say I'm going to do it Sunday night on Monday morning, forget it. Who could you call that would just make your life miserable if you don't do what you say you're going to do? What are the resources? Because some of you thought about the person. You say, that's the last person I'm going to call. That's actually the very first person you should call, okay? Y'all going to talk the words in a few days. That one there will take all your money. You say you're going to do what when? If you don't do it, I want you to cash at me. I said, I don't have cash app. Cash app broke, okay? You can cash at me this money. What are the resources you have that will hold you accountable to you doing the things you say you're going to do? I want you to write all of this down. And so this is just an example slide I did, right? So your current state may be 5 out of 10, right? 5 out of 10. You know your ideal state is 8 out of 10. You're going to list the resources under time management that you can tap into to get to your ideal state. You're going to tap into it. All right. So that was a lot, right? That was a lot. Did I put a hurting on you? All right. So your homework is to finish the exercises that we did live in the class, because I know that was a lot. I need you to make sure that you actually finished out all the exercises that we did in the class. I'm going to recap them for you. All right. For general, the replay of this class is going to be up for the next 24 hours. That means by the time class starts tomorrow, replay is going to be gone. So if you want to upgrade to VIP to keep the replays for a while longer, you need to do that. Or if you want to ask questions and get into the Zoom with us over here at VIP, you can still upgrade. All right. So we can drop the link for them, Dane, if you don't mind, if they do want to upgrade. But recap the homework for you, okay? I want to keep it up for 24 hours. It's important that you get through the homework every day, because we come back tomorrow, we got to put in some more work. Okay, we got to put in some more work. So if you need to do 7 levels deep, if y'all can just put this in the chat for me, 7 levels deep. If you need to do that on your own, I want you to do that on your own. I think it's very important that you connect this whole process to a deeper why. Because if I tell Coach Tuka that I need her to level up 3 to 4, 5, 6 points in every category, that sounds exhausting unless she connects it to her deeper why. Then it sounds like, let me get to work. And that's a different energy. You feel defeated if you look at how it is now. You feel like, I better get busy when you connect it to your deeper why. You talking about some of y'all talking about being generational curse breakers and all this kind of stuff, but then you're not executing. So if you put your why, and you have to remind yourself that this is why I'm doing this, what it's going to do is you're going to, instead of being a parked car full of gas, you're actually going to hit the gas and take off.